guys, today we're in a Pontiac Solstice. It's a 2007 and it makes you T-Rex to use the windows. I don't know why they did this. And also the lock is weird. So I have to go like this to open the door. Such is life. So like I said, we're in a 2007 Pontiac Solstice. It's a car I've always been a little curious about, and that is because there were so many different kinds of them. I'm telling you, look at this T-Rex. All I want to do is put the window up. Like, what if you were taller than me? I don't understand. No wonder you're dead, Pontiac. So this car belongs to my buddy Rachel. She was kind enough to let me drive her car on very short notice when I was visiting some family in Jacksonville, Florida. And I saw her Pontiac Solstice when we had a miniature subscriber meet in St. Augustine not too long ago. It was right before that beater car road trip and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But on the other hand, the Solstice is a car that when I was younger in high school, it was kind of a big deal, but I think Pontiac thought it was going to be more for a male crowd, and it ended up being more of a female crowd. And maybe because it has hips, maybe it's very curvy, it's very luscious in that way. But if you looked at all the other variants, I think they tried to make it more masculine, and it just ended up more feminine. So not only was there the Pontiac Solstice, there was the Saturn Sky, then there was the Opel GT, and then there was even a Daewoo version. So on this chassis, a lot of things happen. Not a lot of people use these anymore because this is the 2.4 liter Ecotec engine. It's the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. And then there was also the 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder variant, which was the GXP. Now the GXP is much harder to find than this variant. And now a lot of people are garaging those cars because since Pontiac is dead, people are seeing it more as a collector's item. Now they also made a coupe version, which was a hardtop, which you could take the hardtop off, but you had nowhere to put it. So you'd have to leave it at home. So if it started raining outside, you're just out of luck. That's no fun. Believe it or not, you might not think that the Solstice and the Sky was like a really popular car, but when they released it in like the first wave of them, there was 7,000 orders, like in the first 10 days, just like that. But when you get in, it's very, very traditional 2-seater Roadster, and the seating position's actually really, really good. It doesn't feel intimidating at all. The windows are kind of small, but you think the visibility would be awful, but it's really not. You can see everything around you. I thought it was gonna have the stereotypical new Camaro, you know, low roof, small window, can't see anything. But especially if you took the top down, there's your problem, it's gone. The gauges have that kind of performance-oriented white gauge. The interior, you're gonna say I'm crazy, but I'm just gonna say it. It has kind of that same sweeping towards the driver focus as the RX-7 and the Supra and all that stuff, but it's a little bit wider. The Supra is a little bit more cramped up. No, I'm not saying that this car is a Supra, but I'm just saying that the interior kind of reminds me of it. You have a nice 3-spoke steering wheel. It's incredibly simple. There's not too much buttons. It also has a 5-speed transmission. They also made a 5-speed automatic, but what are you doing with your life if you get the 5-speed automatic in this car? But modification to this car, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff. This car came with a lot of chrome, and I don't know why. Like, it looked kind of hideous, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the Saturn Sky had way too much chrome, but the Pontiac Solstice, which is considered a little bit more masculine, I guess you could say, it still had a lot, and Rachel blacked a lot of it out, and it really helps the appearance of the car. And the wheels were also chrome, but the chrome was chipping on it already, so she just dipped them really quick just to murder out the car. Oh, bumps. The car is very, very tail happy. So like, if you're in dirt remotely, you're gonna slide without a doubt, but it can get away from you very easily. Rachel's taken this car off-road many a times, and I couldn't really, like, I believed it, but I kind of didn't want to believe it, and then I did it a little bit, and I was like, oh, so that's why. But if you're looking for a car that is incredibly fast in straight lines, this isn't the one for you. I would definitely get the turbocharged one if you can find them, but this is her first car. I mean, it's a damn good first car, and it made 170 some horsepower, basically a little bit more torque, so you're good. You learn the power band. It's basically an even power band, and when you learn the car, it's great. All right, so I'm gonna try and find that backfire that she was talking about. Oh, well, that was quick. Here, I'll go into it a little bit. 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 Go into it a
you're in the really low RPM, it's just really loud. But when you get up to the revs, which is the good part of any car, it's fine. It sounds really good. Even with the windows down, it's not too obnoxious. I'm surprised because it has no cat and everything else. Oh, made it pop that time. All right. Round the roundabout I go. And speed limit. So what is interesting too is, since it is a first car, it is daily, and when I say daily, it's every single day. The car was originally garaged by somebody on a military base, and they had a Cadillac, and they drove that every day. And then Rachel asked why she didn't drive the Solstice as much, and she was like, well, I don't feel like getting in and out of it. I'm like, then why'd you buy the car? At the same time, that's good, because the car only had 38,000 miles. It has 52,000 now. Still kicking it, still doing great. And at the same time, she has a really fun car. But the motor is untouched, the clutch is untouched, and it's extremely easy to drive. I mean, like, you could learn how to drive stick in this car. In fact, she did. And I could totally imagine learning myself in this car. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it almost feels like the Miata, the S2K, and everybody had like a baby in America was like, we want one, but I don't know. It's hard to explain this car. I don't know its place, because like, I think there's some nostalgia with it since Pontiac is gone, and it's just weird being behind one again, and I really enjoy it, and it honestly does not sound that bad. Like I said earlier, I enjoy it, and I'm really curious about the turbocharged motor, because back then they said that the turbocharged one could do 0 to 60 in like 5 seconds or something, so that's pretty impressive, and it only had like 260 horsepower. So, like I said earlier, the car is extremely light. And when I say extremely light, it's 2,800 pounds, and it's a modern car, which is really rare nowadays. So it's kind of cool, just getting in something that feels like a go-kart in a way, and it handles really good, and everything else. It grips. The few people who have made these really, really fast cars, LS swap them, and they fit like they're right at home. I'm no expert on it, but I've seen 2 of them, and I'm like, did it come that way? Because that would be amazing. Aside from the 2.0 turbo, I couldn't imagine this car with too much more power because of how tail happy it is, and the short wheelbase and everything else. It's very much like the S2000. Like, as soon as you put power in that, it's basically starts turning into a drag car, because it really can't do too much more with that. It's so tail happy. So, but that's my opinion. You could say all you want, but it's like the LS S2K I did. It had 400 something horsepower, and it was terrifying. So I couldn't imagine this car with 400 horsepower, but even though it does sound kind of fun. Oh, every time you downshift, pop. Wow, all right. VVT, yo. Another thing I will note about the Solstice is that the shifter is fan-freaking-tastic. I asked Rachel earlier if there was a short shifter in this car, and there isn't. So that's always a really good sign from a manufacturer when, you know, you get in it and it just feels natural. There's not really long throws or anything like that. I'm gonna be a little critical, but I guess it's of the time. GM at this time period, their interiors were like hard plastic everywhere. Like even the next Camaro, like in 2010, it was just like Fisher-Price plastic everywhere. But, you know, it comes with the times. So the GTO was like that. The Corvette was even like that. This is the era where the Corvette had a cobalt steering wheel. Why? You're paying $60,000 with a cobalt steering wheel. That's not okay. But this is when GM was basically sharing everything, so it makes sense. So yeah, Pontiac Solstice. It's a car that I totally thought it was gonna be like, I like it, but it's gone for a reason kind of thing. But I actually, yeah, I liked it. I'm impressed. I enjoyed it a lot. I can see why they sold out so quickly. And it is kind of a shame that it's gone. but it had a good run, and you can pick them up for a decent price now. Alright guys, I hope every single one of you enjoyed this video. I had a great time driving Rachel's Solstice. It was a lot of fun here in Florida, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of the Solstice platform, so Opal, whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day.